Did you know there's a tiny fruit that works almost like nature's sleeping pill? Clinical studies show that eating just 2 of these before bed can improve sleep quality by nearly 40%. That's not a supplement, not a pill, just a fruit you probably walk past at the grocery store. Welcome to the Senior Health Podcast. I'm Dr. Howard Tucker, and after decades as a longevity doctor, I've seen countless seniors struggle with restless nights, groggy mornings, and the endless cycle of fatigue. But today, we're talking about something refreshingly simple. Joining me is a man who embodies energy and purpose, even past 100 years old. He's Japan's legendary physician, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a living example of how small daily choices add up to decades of vitality. Dr. Hinohara, welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Tucker. Sleep is one of the greatest healers, yet it's often one of the first things seniors lose. But what most people don't know is that certain fruits, especially kiwi, have been studied for their natural ability to boost melatonin and serotonin, the very hormones that regulate sleep.
Kiwi? That's fascinating. People think of warm milk or chamomile tea, but not a bright green fruit.
Exactly. In a clinical trial from Taiwan, seniors who ate 2 kiwis 1 hour before bed reported falling asleep faster, sleeping longer, and waking up less often during the night. The reason lies in its unique mix of antioxidants, vitamin C, serotonin, and natural plant compounds that calm the nervous system.
So, we're not talking about a sedative that forces the body to shut down. We're talking about nourishing the body so it naturally remembers how to sleep.
That's right, and that difference matters. Sleep medications may knock you out, but they don't always restore the brain and body. Kiwi, on the other hand, works with your biology. It's safe, affordable, and gentle. Perfect for seniors who want rest without side effects.
I think that's a key point, because so many seniors I've treated rely on sleeping pills, but those can cause confusion, memory problems, even balance issues that raise the risk of falls.
Yes, and that's why natural options matter. Kiwi contains serotonin, which helps regulate the sleep-wake cycle, and antioxidants like vitamin C and carotenoids that reduce inflammation. When the brain is calmer and the body less inflamed, sleep comes more easily.
And I imagine this ties into something you've said many times before, that the food we eat is more than fuel. It's information for our cells.
Precisely. Every bite tells the body how to behave. A fruit like kiwi tells the body it's time to relax, it's time to restore. And unlike supplements that can overload the body, kiwi offers balance in a form nature designed.
You know, I like the sound of this because it feels accessible. Seniors don't need a prescription. They don't need an expensive program, just a trip to the grocery store.
Exactly. 2 kiwis, eaten 1 hour before bed, can make a meaningful difference within weeks. And that simple habit doesn't just improve sleep, it improves mood, digestion, and even heart health.
That's incredible. And it fits a bigger lesson here. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest ones, hiding in plain sight.
Yes, aging does not mean surrendering sleep. It means finding new rhythms. And kiwi is one small fruit that helps restore those rhythms naturally.
Dr. Hinohara, let's get specific. Why do seniors benefit from kiwi so much more than younger adults?
That is an excellent question. As we age, our natural production of melatonin, the hormone that signals the body it's time to sleep, drops significantly. In fact, research shows that melatonin levels in a 70-year-old can be less than half of what they were at age 30. That's one reason so many older adults fall asleep later, wake up earlier, and rarely feel refreshed.
So the same body that once handled sleep easily suddenly struggles because its own sleep chemistry is running on empty.
Exactly. And that's where kiwi comes in. Kiwi contains compounds that not only provide antioxidants, but also help the brain naturally increase serotonin levels. Serotonin is the building block for melatonin, So when seniors eat kiwi before bed, they're essentially giving their body the raw materials it needs to restore the natural sleep cycle.
That's fascinating. It's not forcing the body, it's reminding it how to do what it already knows.
Precisely. And here is something very interesting. A study published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors eating kiwi before bed improved not just how quickly they fell asleep, but also how deeply they slept. They experienced longer periods of restorative slow-wave sleep, the stage where the brain clears toxins and the body repairs tissue.
That's critical, because slow-wave sleep is what protects memory, balance, and healing. Without it, seniors not only feel tired, but may also experience faster cognitive decline.
Yes, and this is why I say kiwi is not just about sleeping more hours, it's about better quality sleep. Seniors are often told fatigue, brain fog, or nighttime waking is just old age, but much of it is a reflection of poor sleep quality, not aging itself.
I love that you're reframing this, because in my years of practice, I've seen so many older patients blame themselves for not being able to sleep. They think it's inevitable, when in reality, it might be something as simple as missing nutrients.
Correct. And kiwi is rich in vitamin C and carotenoids, which reduce oxidative stress. Seniors experience higher levels of oxidative stress than younger people. That stress disrupts normal signaling in the brain and damages the very cells that regulate circadian rhythm. By lowering that oxidative stress, kiwi clears the pathway for more natural sleep.
So in a way, it's like removing static from a radio channel. The signal for sleep can finally come through clearly again.
Beautiful analogy. And one more point. In Japan, where I have spent my life studying longevity, diet always includes fresh seasonal fruits. Seniors there are encouraged to eat fruits not only for digestion but also for mental calmness. A fruit like kiwi, introduced in the evening, fits perfectly into that philosophy. It cools the body, calms the nerves, and signals rest.
That's interesting, because here in the West, fruit is often thought of as a breakfast food, not something you'd eat before bed.
Yes, but that is simply habit, not science. The body benefits from kiwi in the evening precisely because it times the serotonin release before the brain needs it most. A gentle nudge, not a push.
This changes the way we think about bedtime routines. Instead of another pill, maybe the routine is simply slicing open 2 kiwis and letting the body take it from there.
Exactly, and that routine, when practiced consistently, can transform the nights of seniors. Rest becomes restorative again.
Dr. Hinohara, this is fascinating, but now I'm curious. Are there other foods that can support sleep the way kiwi does, or is kiwi truly unique?
Kiwi is one of the best studied, but it's not alone. Other fruits also carry natural compounds that support sleep. Cherries, for example, especially tart cherries, are one of the only foods that naturally contain melatonin. Studies in the European Journal of Nutrition found that seniors drinking tart cherry juice experienced longer and deeper sleep compared to those who didn't.
That's interesting. So cherries actually give you the hormone directly, while kiwi supports the body in making its own.
Exactly. They approach the same problem from 2 different angles. Cherries deliver melatonin straight to the bloodstream, while kiwi enhances serotonin and reduces oxidative stress, allowing the brain to produce melatonin more effectively on its own. Both strategies can work, and sometimes even better when combined.
And what about bananas? I've heard people say eating a banana before bed can help with sleep. Is that just an old wives' tale?
Not entirely. Bananas are rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that relax muscles and calm the nervous system. They don't directly boost melatonin the way kiwi or cherries do, but they create a relaxed physical state that makes falling asleep easier. For seniors with muscle cramps or restless legs, a banana in the evening can be especially helpful.
So what I'm hearing is that different fruits target different aspects of sleep. Cherries boost melatonin, bananas relax the body, and kiwi helps regulate the entire system by feeding serotonin and calming oxidative stress.
Yes, that's well put. And in Japan, these insights are not new. Traditional approaches to diet often emphasize using food to balance rhythms. For example, older adults are encouraged to eat light, calming foods at night, warm soups, fruits with gentle sweetness, teas that soothe the stomach. Kiwi has become a modern addition to that practice. Its combination of fiber, vitamins, and natural plant compounds makes it ideal for calming the body without weighing it down.
That's an important point. Many seniors struggle with digestion at night. A heavy meal can make sleep worse, but something light, like a fruit, could be the perfect solution.
Exactly. Kiwi is easy to digest, yet it still delivers meaningful nutrients. That is why it works so well for seniors whose digestive systems are more sensitive. And because it has a low glycemic index, it won't spike blood sugar the way some sweet snacks do.
That's huge, because poor blood sugar control at night is another hidden reason why seniors wake up frequently.
Yes, stable blood sugar means fewer nighttime awakenings. That's one reason many seniors in the Kiwi studies not only slept faster but stayed asleep longer. The body was calm, steady, and balanced through the night.
I love how practical this is. Seniors don't need complicated recipes or exotic foods. Just a kiwi, a banana, maybe a small bowl of cherries, and you're giving the body what it's been missing.
Precisely. And let me add, this doesn't mean seniors must eat kiwi every single night. The key is rhythm. Choosing calming foods in the evening and avoiding stimulants like caffeine or heavy fatty meals creates the right environment for sleep. Kiwi simply gives an extra push in the right direction.
That's powerful. It shifts the mindset from fighting insomnia to nourishing rest, and that feels much more hopeful.
Yes, and hope is important. Seniors need to know their bodies are not broken. They simply need the right signals.
Now, let's get practical. If a senior listening wants to try this tonight, how should they eat kiwi? Fresh, peeled, in a smoothie? What works best?
The simplest way is often the best. 2 medium kiwis, eaten fresh, about 1 hour before bed. That's what most of the studies used, and it's what I recommend to patients. Some peel them, others slice and scoop with a spoon. The key is consistency, not complexity.
So nothing fancy is required, just the fruit itself.
Exactly. But there are a few small tips that can enhance the effect. For example, eating kiwi with a little protein, like plain yogurt, can help stabilize blood sugar through the night. For seniors who worry about waking up hungry at 2 a.m., this combination works very well.
That's smart, and it sounds like something easy to prepare before bed.
Yes, another option is blending kiwi into a smoothie. If chewing is difficult, or if someone has dental issues, a kiwi and banana smoothie with unsweetened almond milk can be both soothing and effective. The banana provides magnesium for muscle relaxation, and the kiwi supports serotonin. Together, they calm both body and mind.
I imagine hydration plays a role here too. Many older adults avoid drinking fluids at night because of bathroom trips, but they also wake up dehydrated.
Very true. Kiwi naturally contains water and electrolytes, so eating it before bed supports hydration without overwhelming the bladder. It is gentle compared to drinking large glasses of liquid late at night.
That's encouraging. Seniors don't have to worry about sleep disruption from fluids, but they still get the hydration benefits.
Exactly. And one more thing, the skin of kiwi is actually edible. It contains additional antioxidants and fiber. Some people find it too fuzzy, but if washed well, slicing it thinly with the skin can add more nutritional value.
That's fascinating. Most people throw it away, but here you are saying it could make the fruit even more powerful.
Yes, but it depends on comfort. I always tell patients, if the texture bothers you, it's not necessary. The fruit itself is enough. The most important thing is to enjoy the ritual, because consistency is what brings results.
Let's say someone tries this tonight, 2 kiwis before bed. How quickly should they expect results?
That's a great question. In clinical studies, many participants noticed changes within just 2 to 4 weeks. It wasn't instant like a pill, but rather a gentle improvement. The first thing seniors often report is falling asleep faster. Instead of tossing and turning for an hour, they drift off within 15 to 20 minutes.
That alone is life-changing for someone who's been staring at the ceiling night after night.
Yes, and the second change many describe is fewer nighttime awakenings. They may still wake once, but instead of being up for an hour, they return to sleep more easily. That continuous rest is what restores energy the next day.
So it's not just about quantity of sleep, it's quality.
Exactly. Seniors often tell me they wake up feeling more refreshed, more alert. Brain fog begins to lift. And there's a physical difference too. Better sleep supports balance, reduces inflammation, and even lowers the risk of falls.
That's powerful, because poor sleep is one of the hidden causes of so many senior health problems. Weakness, memory issues, even mood swings.
Very true. In fact, a study from Taiwan found that seniors who ate kiwi before bed improved their sleep efficiency by over 4%. That means not just being in bed, but actually sleeping during the hours they were there.
That makes me think of something I've seen in my own patients. When they finally sleep well, their whole outlook changes. They feel younger, more capable. Even small daily tasks feel easier.
Yes, because sleep is not just rest, it's repair. The immune system resets, the brain clears toxins, and hormones rebalance. Without that, aging feels heavier than it should. With it, seniors rediscover lightness.
So for someone listening right now, they don't need to wait months. Within weeks, they might notice better nights, clearer mornings, and steadier energy.
Exactly. It is a gradual awakening of the body's natural rhythm. That's why I encourage patience. It may feel subtle at first, but over time, the difference is profound.
This all sounds promising, but I know our senior listeners are wondering, is kiwi safe for everyone? What about people with diabetes, digestive issues, or those taking medications?
That's an important question. For most seniors, kiwi is very safe. It has a low glycemic index, meaning it doesn't cause a sharp rise in blood sugar. In fact, studies show that kiwi can actually help regulate glucose levels because of its fiber content. So for those with diabetes or prediabetes, it can be a healthy evening snack.
That's reassuring, because so many seniors worry about fruit being too sweet.
Yes, but not all fruits are the same. Kiwi is different. Its natural sugars are balanced by fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants. The body absorbs it more slowly, which prevents those sudden spikes and crashes.
What about digestion? Some fruits can cause bloating or discomfort at night.
Kiwi is generally gentle, but for people with very sensitive stomachs, it may cause mild discomfort if eaten in large amounts. Starting with 1 kiwi instead of 2 is a simple way to test tolerance. Over time, most people find it very soothing because it contains actinidin, an enzyme that helps break down protein and supports digestion.
So it may actually help rather than hurt for seniors who feel heavy after dinner.
Exactly. It can ease digestion, especially when paired with lighter evening meals. However, I should mention one caution. Kiwi is naturally rich in vitamin K, which can affect blood clotting. Seniors taking blood thinners like warfarin should keep their intake consistent and discuss it with their doctor.
That's an important nuance. Not a reason to avoid kiwi, but something to balance carefully.
Correct. Consistency is the key. If someone eats kiwi regularly, their doctor can adjust medication accordingly. Sudden changes, eating none for weeks and then eating a lot, are what cause problems.
Understood. So the message is, kiwi is safe for most seniors, even those with diabetes or mild digestive issues, as long as they're mindful and consistent.
Precisely. And compared to sleeping pills, which often come with risks like dizziness or confusion, kiwi is a gentle, natural alternative. It offers benefits far beyond sleep, without the side effects that rob independence.
Dr. Hinohara, I want to zoom out for a moment. We've talked about how kiwi helps with sleep, but what does that really mean for longevity? For daily life after 60, why does this matter so much?
Because sleep is the foundation of everything. Without it, the body cannot repair itself. Seniors who sleep poorly are more likely to suffer from memory decline, weaker immunity, heart problems, and even falls. But when sleep is restored, the whole system begins to recover. Energy returns. returns, mood lifts, the desire to move, to connect, to live fully. It all comes back.
I've seen the same with my own patients. Once sleep improves, even their outlook changes. They smile more. They want to walk, garden, or meet friends. It's like a spark comes back.
Yes, and that spark is not trivial. It is life itself. Good sleep lowers inflammation, balances hormones, and clears toxins from the brain. Seniors who sleep well have lower risks of Alzheimer's, stronger bones, and greater independence.
So in a sense, adding Kiwi before bed isn't just about falling asleep faster. It's about extending the quality of life itself.
Precisely. I always remind my patients, longevity is not about how many years you live. It's about how many years you live with energy and dignity. Something as small as a kiwi can seem insignificant, but over weeks and months, it supports the rhythm that protects health in countless ways.
That's inspiring, and it also reminds me that so much of what we call aging is actually the accumulation of missed signals: poor sleep, poor nutrition, ignored habits.
Exactly, but the body is resilient. Even after decades of poor sleep, seniors can reset their rhythm. Kiwi is simply a tool, a messenger, telling the body it is safe to rest and rebuild.
I love that. It's hopeful. Seniors listening right now don't need to give up. They just need to make one small, consistent choice.
Yes, and that is the heart of my teaching. Age with intention, not resignation. A good night's sleep is not a luxury. It is a requirement for living well, and something as humble as a kiwi can help restore that gift.
Dr. Hinohara, this has been enlightening. We started with a simple fruit, and yet it feels like we've uncovered an entire philosophy of living, gentle, natural, and powerful.
Yes, it reminds us that healing does not always come from the pharmacy. Sometimes it is waiting on a branch, bright green and unassuming, ready to restore balance.
And what I find most striking is how immediate the impact can be. Within weeks, seniors could feel a difference, falling asleep faster, waking up clearer, regaining energy they thought was gone forever.
Exactly, and that renewed energy is not just for the night. It shapes the day. With better sleep, seniors walk steadier, remember more sharply, and carry less fear. Independence lasts longer.
Which is why this conversation matters so much, because sleep is often overlooked. People accept restless nights as just age. But now we know that something as small as Kiwi can help shift the story.
Yes, and it is not only Kiwi. This is a reminder that food itself is medicine. Each choice is a signal to the body to rest, to repair, or to struggle. And when we choose wisely, we age wisely.
That feels like a powerful note to leave our listeners with, because it means they hold more control than they realize. Tonight, they can make one simple change: 2 kiwis before bed. Nothing dramatic, but potentially transformative.
And when they wake tomorrow, perhaps they will feel the first hint of difference. Not a miracle, but a beginning.
Exactly. And beginnings are what keep us alive, no matter our age.